Paul, we are heading to Caves Valley this week
Baltimore.
for the BMW Championship. What do you know about this course?
It's another Tom Fazio designed course, a par 72, just a tick over 7,500 yards. So I suppose if you're looking for some sort of course correlation, look for Tom Fazio design courses like Shadow Creek, Quail Hollow, Sea Island. I don't think too many of these guys have actually played at this course, maybe during their college days, but it will be
first time it's been used on the PGA Tour.
PGA, yeah. So it'll be a new look for a lot of those golfers, and it'll be a short, sharp look as well with the Monday finish at the Northern Trust. So there's a lot of trees. There are a number of reachable par fours. The par fives seem to be gettable in two. So looking for someone who's got quite a bit of length off the tee. So yeah, I'm looking for some big hitters, and then I'll take my chances from there.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where, particularly for betting, it's not a course we have seen used really. So you've got to go back to the tried and true, strokes gained tee to green, the best person to get it from the tee to the green, essentially. The greens, from what I've read, will be very fast, a lot of undulations. So getting on the green and regulation will be key, putting obviously. But yeah, ball, like you, Paul, I'm looking for big hitters, but ball strikers too. And a few other courses that you mentioned, Quail Hollow, didn't you?
Yes.
Conway Farms, where the 2013, 15 and 17 BMW Championship was held. And the Tokyo Olympics a few weeks back. Kasumi Migasaki Club golf course. So anything to add, Tom? Anything else you're looking for?
No, I think all the par threes are over 200 metres this week, aren't they? So, you certainly want a good ball striker. That's about it. A lot
of the holes, although they measure, I know there's a couple of par threes that measure sort of 220 odd yards, but elevated tee boxes to short greens. So you'd be, rather than hitting a 5 or 4 iron, you'll be hitting a 7 or 8 kind of thing. So
caddies will be getting their money's worth this week in terms of course the guys haven't played before, and obviously all the undulations and stuff. So should be interesting watch.
Yeah, it will be. I'm really looking forward to this one, and of course, a field of 70 no cut. Although there's only 69 playing because Patrick Reed's out, still on hospital.
Pneumonia.
And only 30 progress to next week's Tour Championship. So plenty to play for. 2,000 points in the FedEx Cup up for grabs. Should be a good watch. Let's start with our best bets, and we will go to our resident cheat, Tom.
Cheat.
Wow.
You didn't spend all your money last week. You tried to get out of it.
Cheat. Jeez.
Sorry, that's probably too harsh. Too harsh. Resident cheats definitely.
There's the marker. Christ. Look, I'm a bit thrown by that comment. Actually.
Yeah. I hear you.
Honest Tom, they call me. Anyway, you want my best? Look, I'm going to be straight up here. And my best is Sleeping Giant, who's still right in the hunt for the FedEx Trophy or FedEx Championship, and a man who absolutely loves the big stage, and that is Brooks Kepker. I mean, when he's paying anything over $20 to win a tournament, I just find it very hard not to back him. Last week in New York, he had 2 low rounds in the middle, 64, 68, but finished with a 74, including a 4 putt. Looking at the stats, I think he still struck the ball pretty well, but his putting was just a bit off. I think we come here with sort of faster greens and that sort of thing, which will suit him. In terms of, he's still right up there in terms of stroke gained off the tee and approach. As long as his putter can stay reasonably consistent, I think he is good punt at great odds this week. So I'm going to back Brooks Kepker to win. I'll have 10 on him to win at $23, and I'll have $20 on him to finish top 10 at $3.10.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Paul.
We're singing off the same hymn sheet here. I've got Brooks Kepka as my top pick. I think he's one of those golfers. I don't think he liked playing on Monday, and he was just going around for a hit. I think. Look, he's 8th on tour strokes gained off the tee, 8th on tour strokes gained tee to green. He's 13th in driving distance with an average of around 310 yards off the tee. That's exactly the sort of player I look for. As you say, he's a big-time player as well. This is a big tournament, the BMW, second last of the season. So, yeah, I'm all over Brooks here. I'm going $10 to win on Brooks, $20 top 5.
Very nice. Does not feature for me. But I am torn here. John Rahm, I think, is the obvious choice.
Too short?
If you're looking at the stats. $8 seems too short, although our new structure in which we can
put the whole
money
on.
around.
He's not even $8. He's $7.
He's 7.
Oh, $7. There you go. It gets even worse.
Don't cheat, Carl.
Touche. This approach did work for me when Nelly Quarter-1 a few weeks back, but I'm going to steer clear. But just want it noted that I have mentioned I'll probably back him in some sort.
There we go. He's just having $1 each way without actually putting any money on.
That's rich coming from you, Paul. This week I'm going to take Justin Thomas at $17. Another one who rides for the big events. He, hasn't been spectacular this season since his win at the Players, but he has made 8 straight cuts since the PGA Championship, 2 top 10s, which includes a T4 last week. He actually lost strokes on the field in most of the major categories last week and still finished T4. I think that says a lot about his game. He's ranked 4th strokes gained tee to green, 45th driving distance, but we know he can still smoke it. 3rd in approach and 56th in green and regulation. But I went and had a little bit of a looked at his last 9 starts, and he's gained strokes on all major strokes gained categories: putting, tee to green, approach, and off the tee. And then you drill down further to the last 3 events, and those numbers get bigger. Basically, he's trending up, and at $17, I think he is definitely in for a sniff this week. I will go 10 to win at 17s and 20 for a top 5 at $4.50 on Justin Thomas. Tom, your mid-tier, please.
Mid-tier. I think I actually took this guy last week, and I'm going to stay on the horse, and that is my favourite Chilean, Joaquin Neiman. Just have a look at his stats. He's been super consistent this year. He's only missed 1 cut all season, which is pretty impressive. And last week he was pretty solid. He had a 3rd round 65, but his putting let him down. And usually he's a really solid putter. So I think this week, hopefully he'll improve that. And I think his game's in good shape where he's consistently striking it well and can do well here. So I'm going to have 5 on him to win at 51s. And then I'm going to have 15 on him top 10 at $5.
Nice.
Paul?
I'm going with Joaquin Neiman.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Are you kidding me?
Can I say my roughie before Tom says his? Because this is uncanny. I've got Joaquin Neiman as my mid-tier.
Wow.
He's 12th, strokes gained off the tee, 22nd in putting, even though the putter let him down a wee bit last time out. He's 28th, strokes gained tee to green. He's 12th in driving distance, hitting it just over 310 yards off the tee. I really like the way this shapes up for Joaquin. He's in there for me. I've also got him for $10 to win and $20 for a top 10.
Wow.
I'm
stumped. I am not going Joaquin Neiman. Did not feature for me. I'm going Keegan Bradley at $71. Probably not a name that jumps off the page, but he does tick a few boxes. He ranks 5th strokes gained tee to green, 63rd in driving distances, but again averages 300 yards, so that's a decent whack. 3rd strokes gained in ball striking, 5th in approach, and 15th in green and regulation. Just needs an average week with the putter, to be fair, and he will be in the mix. So I will have 10 on him to win at 71s and 10 for a top 10 at $7.50. Paul, give me a roughie.
I'm going with.
I swear, if Tom, if you did the same one, I'm walking out.
I go with Charlie Hoffman.
Ooh, I was close. I was really close.
At $101. Yeah, I just like the way this shapes up for Charlie. He was almost top 20 at the Northern Trust last weekend. I think the delay in the final round hurt him a wee bit. He had a couple of 65s in the second and third round, looked very, very sharp. And I just think the extra day to wait didn't work for him. So Charlie Hoffman, who also isn't the worst off the tee, hits it over 305 yards, averages 305 yards off the tee. He is 27th in strokes gained off the tee. His iron play is very, very solid as well. He's 10th in strokes gained approach the green, and he's a fairly handy putter. So I think Charlie is definitely worth a go here. I'm going to go $10 top 5 and $10 top 20.
Okay. Tom, if you take mine, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, mine's not Charlie Hoffman, but it's actually a bloke who just snuck into this week, and that's Keith Mitchell.
Oh, how good was that? 3 birdies in a row.
Yeah, 3 birdies in a row, and I just feel like, I mean, he's got absolutely nothing to lose. Like he snuck in, he's going to ride that wave of sort of momentum, and he's basically playing for free this week. Well, that's what it feels like. So he's had a couple of good finishes in his last few. I think he's 5th at the 3M Open, tied 8th last week. He's actually 11th in strokes gained off the tee and 11th in driving distance. So off the tee is no trouble for him. I'm going to just put 20 on him for a top 30 at $3.40.
Nice. I am going someone I took last week. He missed the cut, but that hasn't deterred me at all. Johnny Vegas at $101. Another like Keegan Bradley, I guess, who needs a big putting week. He has gained strokes putting in the last 4 events, which is a better than good trend, I guess. He has... so last week's missed cut was his first in 12 events. He had 3 top 10s in that stretch and another 3 top 16s. Ranks 30th strokes gained tee to green, 10th in driving distance, 32nd ball striking, and 31st greens in regulation. He needs a big week to get into East Lake. So hopefully this will be it for Johnny Vegas. 5 to win at 101s and 15 for a top 20 at $4.33. Now, what about a first round leader? Paul.
Easy for me. I'm taking Brooks, first round leader. 5 on him at whatever he's paying. Let me just check. I think 29. So 5 on him for first round leader at $29. My best.
Nice. Paul?
First round leader, I'm going with my mid-tier, Joaquin Neiman, who is 11th in round one scoring average, averaging 69.67 in his first round. And I think he can get off to a quick start here. So Neiman, first round leader, $5 at $41.
Nice. This is a bit sick. I'm going to take John Rahm at $15. Like I say, what has been his average? 67 point something in the last 19 starts, so 19 events. Yeah, I'll go 10 on at 15s for Rahm.
He's the sort of player who can bounce back to. He's a very emotional player, but he can put that sort of thing behind him, turn up next week, and then bang, go again.
Well, we saw at the Memorial when he was winning by 1,000, and then comes out and wins the US Open.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, I like I said at the start, would not be surprised to see John Rahm win this again for the second straight year. And to wrap it up, what are we missing? A prop.
Proppy.
Tom, what do you got?
Prop. I'm taking one of the group bets, and that's Group F of Lowry, Casey, Connors, and Burns. And I am taking Shane Lowry to win that group. Played really well last week. I don't think his putting was all that good. But it's a lot of stake for Shane. I think he's sort of pushing for a European Ryder Cup slot as well as obviously the FedEx. I think he looks like his game is in good shape. So I'm keen to take him on against Casey, Connors, and Burns. I think Casey's probably my only real threat there, to be honest. So
I think Connors is in for a big tournament this week.
No, he's stuck. So I'm going to have my remaining 25 on Lowry to win Group F at $3.60.
All right, we'll see. So, Paul?
I'm going with top rest of the world player, and there are a number of very good players in here, including Joaquin Neiman, but I'm not taking him.
You Dutch.
What were we saying before about one each way? Jesus.
I'm going to take.
Sorry.
I'm taking Louis Oosthuizen at $6.50 to be the top rest of the world player. Obviously had last week off, so he comes in fresh here. He's the best putter on tour. He's first in strokes gained putting, and the greens will probably be very, very quick here at the Cave. So I'm very happy to take Louis in this market here. I think with the fact that he had the rest off, he's also very, very good around the greens. I think he's 11th or 10th in strokes gained around the greens. So Louis Oosthuizen comes in fresh. I think he could be there or thereabouts on Sunday. So he takes $15, the last $15 of my $100 for this weekend, at $6.50 to be top rest of the world player.
Nice. I'm going to go for a somewhat controversial prop bet here. I'm going to take a top 5. I'm going to take John Rahm at $2.60, 20 on. He's played the BMW 4 times at 4 different courses, and his record, where's it gone? Oh no, I'm scrambling here. There it is. So obviously won last week, T5 the year before, T24 year before that, T5 year before that. He is in the form of his life. Can't see him not contending again. So 20 on at $2.60.